Hey guys, welcome back to Maker's Playground. I am Izzy, and today we're going to talk about drill presses. More specifically, about accessories for drill presses. And in this case, this video is to help my friend Andy Klein promote his new drill press fence. But I figured we'd take this opportunity to talk about how handy drill presses are. In fact, when people ask me what tools they should start with for larger purchases, I always say this sequence: table saw, bandsaw, and then a drill press. And I know a lot of woodworkers out there disagree with me, but watch this video and it'll make sense. So obviously a drill press can be used for drilling holes, and that's kind of the boring side of what it does. There's a lot of other things you can do with it. In fact, if you have a small shop and you don't have a lot of space, your drill press can be a sander, and you can put all kinds of sanding attachments on. It's like a drum sander or this flap wheel from Klingspor. This is great for sanding round or contours, and it makes quick work of sanding. And that's just one of lots of different things you can do with the drill press. In fact, I bet you didn't know that you could actually use a drill press as a cutting tool. I did a whole video about it, and I'll put a link in the description box below, where we turn a drill press into something that can actually be used like a jigsaw. It's pretty wild, but it actually was fairly effective and it worked pretty good. Now that's a little bit on the far outside of what you would do with the drill press, but it works. One of the other things that I find is if you put a right angle gear or a right angle head on this, you can power lots of other tools like a disc sander. We did a video on that too. Go figure. Links in the description box for that as well. And we'll put a couple shots here up on the screen so you can see those things actually working. But a drill press is one of those tools that can be used for lots of different things. It doesn't take up much space, and you can get a lot done with it. And that's why I always say it's the third tool that you should put in your shop when you're buying, the larger tools for your shop. Enough talk about the drill press and what it's capable of. Let's talk about Andy Klein's new fence that he's developed with MagSwitch, and why I think it's probably the best one on the market and why it's so awesome. So this is the new drill press fence from Andy Klein. Now it comes in two sizes, the large version, which you see here, and a smaller version. And there's not a whole lot to tell you about it. It's really a simple design, and simple designs, in my humble opinion, are always the best designs. So the way it works is you can move it into position and then lock it down with these two mag switches here on the back. And it's sturdy. Now each one is adjustable, so you can adjust it via these holes to the size of your fence or your bed of your drill press. For really getting fine tuning in, you can lock one side down, then you can pull the other side, and that gives you an opportunity to get some really... So that gives you the opportunity to really dial it into very accurately to the distance you want here, and you can lock it down there, and then now it's nice and solid. And one of the cool things Andy did is included this mag switch here with the different angles on it. Now this does a bunch of things. First of all, if you're drilling small holes and you have a small bit in here and you need to get right up next to where the bit would come down, it has this cutout here so the head will fit right into there and you can still drill small holes. And if you need a stop position, you can use this block with the low angle side down and really get in nice and tight to where you need to be, which is very cool. Most drill press fences do not have this cutout. They go straight across there, and when you get down to very accurate small positioning, you're kind of lost. So, and the board just jumps off and runs away. So in a lot of cases, me especially, I almost always have a backer board underneath whatever I'm drilling. So you want something with a little more height. You have a couple options. You can use it this way, or if you're doing something really tall, you can add the stop that way. And you can do your backer board under there, still have plenty of room and plenty of height for your other material. Another nice feature for this stopper is if you have an angle piece on here, you can just add it right there, and now you have a nice positive stop that matches that angle. The other thing I like about it is you're not limited to where you put your stop at. You can even use it as a hold down if you have material down and you're using an old style bit. A lot of times the material will want to jump, so you have this above it, and that'll keep the material from jumping. That is a very nice feature, especially if you're not using a Forstner or a regular one, or a brad point bit. If you're using a regular, just regular wedge point drill bit. If you're using a regular wedge point drill bit, a lot of times it wants to pull the material up, and that's a great way to stop that from happening. I think probably one of the things that I like the most about it is that it is a solid metal construction, nice chamfered edges, super clean and very precise. And there's some other videos out that I'll link from the description box below that will kind of go over those details. But for me, it's all about accessorizing. I love building jigs. Those of you who've been watching me for a long time know that. And one of the first things that occurred to me is how easy it would be to add dust collection to this. So I whipped this up. Yeah. My hose goes into this little block with a couple magnets on it. Can go right there in the back. And then I took one of my other mag switches, bent some acrylic around here, which was, we just used a heat gun and a form, and that goes right there. And all of a sudden I have some really nice dust collection. Check this out. One of the nice things about it is it's really super easy to put away and to get out when you need it. And it locks on right there. So it's always there when you need it. Now I would say 65 to 70% of all the drilling I do is within a couple inches of the fence. So I made this just big enough that I had about 2.5 to 3 inches to come out from that. I could obviously make it a little bit bigger if I wanted to make it a little bit deeper. And I'm already thinking a lot about how I could mount something very similar to this on the outside, like if I was drilling holes more toward the middle of a board, what that would look like. So pay attention in future videos for that. But all in all, this is definitely the best drill press fence I've seen out there as far as its sturdy construction. This is a one-time purchase. It will last you your entire life. And it's just versatile. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. So Andy, good job. The only problem I see with this is you're only going to sell one of these once to one customer and they're never going to have to buy it again. So Andy's got a sale going on right now. It's a pre-sale. There's two sizes, the big and the small, and they are the cheapest they will ever be on the pre-sale. Now Andy offered me an affiliate link so I can make a couple extra dollars, but I did not want to do that. I wanted to just go ahead and show the world this because I think it's really cool. But because it works for you, you guys get a little bit more of a discount if you use the affiliate link. I'm going to go ahead and throw King's Fine Woodworking affiliate link down below so you can check that out. When you're doing checkout, there's two different places to put in codes. There's a referral code just before the last page of checkout, and on the last page of checkout, there's a discount code area. That's where you need to put the referral code to get that extra 15% off. All the details will be in the description box below. And if you have a chance, go check out King's Fine Woodworking YouTube channel. He does some pretty incredible videos. In fact, he did a great video about this drill press fence. Goes into a lot more detail about how accurate it is and why he likes it. So if you want to check out more, if you're interested, we'll put a link in the video description, the description box of the video down below. Guys, we really appreciate you watching. Thank you for taking the time. I'm excited about this and I'm really happy to share it with the world. Andy's a hell of a great inventor and it's fun to see what he's coming out with. We'll see you in the next video, y'all.